I am here with my dear friend Buzz the Bee from Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. You are going to want to keep a close eye on the weather today, am I right? And let me tell you, it's time now for your local weather report, brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Let's buzz on over to the Main Street Media TV Weather Center.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Good Tuesday morning. Taylor Plott here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a look at your forecast for your Tuesday. Starting off for the morning, a few showers, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder will be possible during the morning hours. As we head later on into the day, we will still continue to have a chance at some showers and storms. The better shot, though, will generally be right here along US 64 and further to the south as we get into your afternoon hours. As we head throughout the remainder of the afternoon, we continue to warm up back into the 70s, close to 80 degrees in some places. Still some patchy clouds here and there. And then once again, as we get into Wednesday, still seeing some of those clouds linger across the area. And we could also have another shot at some showers and storms throughout the day on Wednesday. 7-day forecast looks pretty stormy out there. The good news is it's not a complete washout every single day. The best rain chances look to be generally Thursday and Friday, with chances generally around that 60 to 70% zone. And then once we get into the weekend and into early next week, those chances start to drop back down towards that like 30 and even 20% chance across the area.
Thank you for that update. Tune in each day on Mornings on Main Street for an up-to-date weather report brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. All of their contact information is below. Have a great day.
Good morning, Stefanie.
Good morning. Hi, kids. Hot tea.
Welcome to Mornings on Main Street. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. So glad you're joining us today. Chattanooga is celebrating a new title. It is one that is the first of its kind in North America. And luckily for us, our Tennessee traveler, Tom Adkinson, shares the details of this title, how Chattanooga received this recognition, what it means there for the city and for the state. He'll have that for us in just a little bit. This is really exciting for Chattanooga. And then stick with us for later on in the show, because I'm going to share with you a hike that my husband and I did with our dog over the weekend. It's family friendly. It is pet friendly. We'll have that for you because it's only about an hour and a half from Nashville. It's an easy drive and really makes for a beautiful afternoon. We'll have that for you a little bit later. But first, let's get a check of our headlines. In response to the banning and restriction of more than 145 books from school libraries in Rutherford County, the American Civil Liberties Union of Tennessee filed a lawsuit on behalf of 3 Rutherford County families and PEN America against the Rutherford County Schools Board of Education. The RCS began banning materials in the spring of 2024 through informal requests by school board members. The lawsuit says that the First Amendment protects students' right to access information and ideas, and that the government cannot censor books solely based on dislike or disagreement with the ideas in the book. Neighbors helping neighbors, that is what has been happening in Lawrence County following a fire that destroyed an Amish sawmill. The building that was on fire was also at the time full of lumber, as the purpose of the building was for manufacturing and finishing lumber. Thanks to community members coming together, well, in just 8 days, the building was torn down, rebuilt, and once again ready for operation. For this heartwarming read of community and people helping people, visit our website and find the Hendersonville Standard. Rising 6th to 8th graders, listen up. You have the opportunity to participate in an exciting adventure through the world of video games at the Retro to Real Time, the Evolution of Video Games 2025 Summer Camp at Columbia State Community College. Youngsters will play classic games of the 1970s and even play today's coolest games. Students will have the chance to learn about the history of gaming while having fun doing it. We have the sign-up link for you on our website. Just click on Main Street Murray when you get there. By checking out our website, you will also read not only these stories, but many others from communities throughout Middle Tennessee. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
So Busy Bee is a very close-knit family. We fight just like every family does. We have arguments, but we always come out with a solution to the problems. We don't just fight about what we want, we fight about what customers need. We want to make sure that every customer we go to is more than satisfied. And that doesn't just start whenever we show up at their door, that starts when we show up every day at work. We want to make sure that we are serving our customers to the best of our ability.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel, urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Welcome back. So many of us are familiar with Tennessee's Chattanooga. It's an area that has graced the covers of U.S. News and World Report and Parade magazines. It's also been called one of the world's great cities for family fun. Well, it now has a new international recognition. To tell us more about it, we have our Tennessee traveler, Tom Atkinson, to share what Chattanooga is being called now. Hey, Tom.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. How are you?
I am wonderful. Okay, I don't know about you. I love Chattanooga.
Isn't it fun? Okay,
Yes.
here are three cities.
Okay.
London,
Mhm.
Adelaide, Australia, Chattanooga. What in the world do they have in common?
Tell us.
All three are the only three national park cities in the world. And it doesn't have anything to do with the American National Park System. There is an organization based in London called National Park Cities, and it exists to celebrate communities, towns and cities that are known for their livability and their love of nature and their levels of activity and their devotion to keeping those traits alive. And Chattanooga just this month has, right, I shouldn't say this month because it's slipping away from us. In April of 2025, it was designated as only the third national park city in the world. It had put together a presentation about itself that started back in 2023. So this has been a long process. They were evaluated by visiting judges from out of the United States, and they earned the accolade that they deserve.
What does a recognition like this do for a city?
It validates their good work, particularly in the case of Chattanooga, and it celebrates a city as being a good visitor destination. In recent decades, people have come to know Chattanooga as just a place, there's a lot going on, and particularly there's a lot going on outdoors. So that was part of the National Park City presentation that Chattanooga put together. Some of the physical things. In the photo behind you, that's the Walnut Street Bridge. It started as a vehicular bridge, but it now is a pedestrian bridge. A citizen effort helped make that the case. the side of the river farthest away from you has immediately behind it the Tennessee Aquarium. Farther back in the distance there is the famous Lookout Mountain. But on the other side of the river, there's a cool little part of Chattanooga that you can walk to from all the other parts downtown around the aquarium now. And it's a good example. The walkway on the aquarium side is along the Tennessee River Walkway. That's 16 miles of river walk through Chattanooga and out into the countryside. The attractions of Lookout Mountain, Sea Rock City, the Incline Railway, Ruby Falls, they are part of this mix. And so Chattanooga has just become a great destination. And so this designation of it being a national park city just puts another star in their crown.
I love that for them. The walkability of Chattanooga is incredible. My husband and I stayed downtown. We did a brewery hop. We, of course, did a visit to all the hot spots. But you mentioned Lookout Mountain. Have you done the hang gliding? You share a picture.
Oh, my goodness. That's Lookout Mountain Flight Park. I think I'm going to do that this August.
I want to.
I have a meeting there, and they say it's a possibility. I've been wanting to do that forever. And indeed, that's another of the selling points for Chattanooga. Another just regional is the Ocoee River.
Love that. Love the whitewater rafting there. We've done that twice.
Whitewater rafting on the Ocoee is it's barely an hour away. It's part of the Chattanooga feel. But hey, even more notable than that, perhaps within 30 minutes of downtown Chattanooga, there are 200 miles of hiking trails.
It's amazing.
The city has said out loud, we want to keep this mindset. Chattanooga's mayor, when he was announcing the designation, said, we want to be thought of as a park with a city, not a city with a park. And God, isn't that a great way to think of yourself?
And and they continue to add enhancements. There's something else that I read in your article that's coming in 2026.
Well, downtown Chattanooga along the river, for logical reasons, used to be heavily industrialized. There were steel mills down there, foundries. It was environmentally, it was dismal. But for almost a century after the Civil War, that's how Chattanooga's economy was based. It was based on heavy industry. That has gone away appropriately, and Chattanooga is known for cleaner businesses now. But one of the foundries is now the core of a mixed-use development that's evolving. In 2026, there'll be a new downtown baseball stadium there and other businesses, and some of the relics of that old foundry are going to be incorporated into that development. So people can see what used to be, recognize that it's part of the city's history, and then enjoy the new, cleaner aspects of things.
Love it. So whether it's a day trip, an overnight, maybe a week-long stay, you can do it all there in Chattanooga.
Now, many cities would be happy to have a small portion of what Chattanooga has as far as visitors are concerned. So indeed, there are plenty of reasons to go visit. It's just a little more than 2 hours drive from downtown Nashville.
So close.
Making a day trip is quite doable.
It is, and you have some great eateries there, wonderful breweries and other little spots. So, Tom, thank you for sharing this latest news with us.
I am glad to help Chattanooga brag on itself, and I encourage everybody, keep traveling.
We will do it.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-9399.
You're seeing the signs too, right?
What signs?
Hi, I'm Dr. Vilay Saisuka, CEO and founder of Premier Foot and Ankle Centers of Tennessee here in Murfreesboro. We offer foot and ankle care from ingrown toenails to diabetic foot wounds. We also fix ankle fractures and things like that.
Call us today to schedule an appointment. We look forward to seeing you.
Because here at Premier Foot and Ankle, we believe that
the journey begins with happy feet.
So, you want to be a part of the Busy Bee team, huh? Well, how do you see yourself fitting into the organization? Oh, I get it. You want to be a weather bee.
Welcome back. If you are looking for a weekend hike, one that's family friendly and that you can take your dog or pup out on, this one is for you. It is the Grundy Day Sycamore Falls and Fiery Gizzard Loop Trail. It's about an hour and a half south of Nashville in Tracy City. You're seeing some of the video that my husband and I shot over the weekend on the trail. We took our dog. It's a 3.2-mile loop with a couple of branch offs. The paths are well maintained, and then you even have opportunities to take a dip if you need to cool off. Our pup enjoyed that immensely. Me personally, my husband might agree with this. The waterfalls, because there's so many along the hike, that's the best part, one of the best parts. Also, it's really quiet out there. The loop took us about an hour and a half to finish. And be sure when you're out there hiking that you catch the rock formations called the chimneys. You can't miss it. The stone pillars, according to the description on the trail, were deposited 315 million years ago. Now, if you plan to hike the Grundy Day Sycamore Falls and Fiery Gizzard Loop with your furry friend, make sure your pet is on a leash. The day that we were out there on Saturday, we saw a number of dogs and then families with kids of all ages. Really is a great time. As always, thanks for joining us here at Mornings on Main Street. Have a fantastic Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow.